Imagine you were born into a family where money is no object for 10 generations to come. Huge houses, private jets, and endless connections. It would seem that your life is nothing but pure pleasure. But why then do the children of the world's wealthiest people often live under stricter limits than the children of average office workers? Steve Jobs banned iPads for his kids, and Bill Gates didn't give them a phone until they were 14 years old. The man who created Instagram limits his children just 15 minutes a day. This is no accident. It is a survival strategy of the elite. Billionaires know what 99% of people don't. Money is the easiest part of success. The hardest part is raising a person who won't be destroyed by that money. Today, we'll break down the principles of raising billionaires, add a case study of a man who manages billions through pain, and finally, I'll share why I, as someone who's been through the trading journey, forbade my son from touching the markets. Let's go. Part 1. Money as a side effect. Buffett's lesson. Billionaires never teach their children how to make money. That is the main mistake of a poor mindset. Warren Buffett says, give your children enough so they can do anything, but not so much that they can do nothing. The point is that money is a lagging indicator. It's the result of your decisions, discipline, and ability to maintain focus. If you teach a child to love the numbers in an account, you make them dependent. If you teach them to manage the causes behind those numbers, you make them free. Billionaires teach their children to be creators, not consumers. A consumer sees a new car, a creator sees strategy and the profit margins. And those are two different universes. Part 2. The war for attention. A lesson from Gates and Jobs. Why are the world's wealthiest people so afraid of gadgets for their children? Because they know the value of attention. In a world where algorithms target dopamine, the ability to concentrate becomes a superpower. If a child's brain gets used to receiving pleasure every 15 seconds through a TikTok swipe, it becomes unfit for complex work. Capital is built on patience, on the ability to wait, and on the capacity to analyze boring reports for hours. Jobs didn't give his kids iPads because he wanted them to learn to think for themselves, not just consume someone else's content. Anyone who doesn't manage their attention will never be able to manage money. Part 3. The case of Mark Zuckerberg. How to raise kids without illusion. Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest people in the world, but when it comes to parenting, he does the exact opposite of what many expect. He and his wife Priscilla Chan openly state that they do not spoil their daughters, despite their billions. The children have chores, they see their parents working, and they understand that money is a result of effort, not a default given. Zuckerberg doesn't tell his kids, you're special just because you're my child. On the contrary, he tries to raise grounded, independent people who understand the link between actions and results. In the Zuckerberg family, there is no cult of perfection. There are honest conversations, responsibility, and an understanding that mistakes are a part of life, not a reason to panic. And that is exactly what, in his opinion, gives children the main thing, the ability to learn and adapt in the real world. Part 4. Why I forbid my son from trading. And now let's get back to reality. I've been in trading for many years and know the market from the inside, and I told my 12-year-old son this: don't rush into trading. Why? Because I've walked this path myself, and trading is far from the easy money it's often portrayed as. It's one of the hardest ways to make a living, primarily psychologically. You spend a long time in front of charts, learning to control emotions, making decisions under pressure, and taking responsibility for every mistake. Without inner discipline, the market very quickly turns into a process where you are manipulated, as decisions are made on emotion rather than logic. That's why I don't let my child into trading until he learns discipline in real life, until he understands the value of effort, time, and money. Because the key skill in trading is the ability to manage your emotions. And that's exactly why I teach people not just to trade, but to think, to build cold analysis, consistency, and responsibility, without which there's nothing to do in the market. The freedom to be an adult. Billionaires don't prepare their children for wealth, they prepare them to be adults. And an adult is someone who understands the connection between their choices and the results. Freedom isn't money on a card. Freedom is the ability to not do what destroys you, even if it brings in millions. Write in the comments which of the Billionaires' principles resonated with you the most. Do you agree that children need to be restricted in order to give them true freedom? Give it a like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.